likes of George Clooney, Martin Kemp and Idris Elba have all been celebrated for embracing their natural grey, affectionately termed silver foxes.
But is it wrong for men to want to cover up grey hairs, or should more of us feel empowered to experiment with hair dye? I've never done it.
Yours, it looks very natural. It's almost like you've been to the hairdresser to get silver highlights.
Really?
Yes.
No, that's Model's Own.
Joining us now to discuss this is actor Richard Blackwood, who thinks it is vain for men to dye their hair. And you are wearing it well, Richard Blackwood. But singer and reality TV star Jake Quickenden has a word he wants to have with you. Because, Jake, would you like to admit to dyeing your greys?
You know what? Yeah, I've done it. And I'm not afraid to say I've done it. I think we live in a world now where we need to make ourselves happy. And I don't think it's vain about doing something for yourself. It's like going to the gym. You do that for yourself. You make yourself feel good. So don't get me wrong. If I looked as good as Martin Kemp and George Clooney, I'd let my hair go silver, but I don't.
If you didn't dye your hair, Jake, how silver would you be?
Probably like Ben.
OK, but I am considerably older than you as well, Jake, aren't I? I'm 45 and you're, what, 15?
Well, I'm 31, but yeah, but I just get a few little ones. But I've dyed my hair pink. I've had streaks, and it's never about being vain. It's always about just doing stupid stuff and having
a bit of fun. Richard,
yeah.
Richard, I'm with you a little bit on this, just in terms of the salt and pepper look. Looks great. It looks very stylish. Richard, have you ever dyed your hair at all?
No, you can see my hair is very grey.
But back in the day, you know, your pop star days, when you're doing all those things, and obviously there's record execs who are saying, come on, let's do something with your image.
Yeah, but I was 31 there, so like if I wasn't grey, I think I had one. But you know what? Here's the thing, I was very lucky. Certain people can, like you said, can embrace their greys. I can embrace mine. And also, he said it's not vain. There's two types of people that go to the gym. There are people that do it for fitness, and there are people because they want to look good, and it's a form of vanity. I think when we use the term vain, people take it like, oh, you're vain, and it's a negative. There's nothing wrong with being vain and loving yourself and loving your appearance. That's a part of vanity.
But Richard,
100%.
OK. But Richard, I just want to ask, because sometimes there's a double standard over men and women who dye their greys. So men who dye their greys are accused of being vain, whereas women who dye their greys, it's sort of just standard when you reach a certain age. Do you think that women who dye their... You know, I'm asking for a friend. Do you think that women who dye their greys are also vain?
It's a form of vanity. Like, as I say, we're using the term vain in a derogatory term, and it's not, right? You know, to
well,
be
nobody wants
vain,
to be called vain, Richard. Come on, that's being disingenuous.
Hold on a sec. We've been invaded. We've been invaded.
Oh, the silver
by
fox
the original
himself is here.
Silver fox.
Yay!
But hold on,
Philip Schofield
I'm not
is
sure
here,
we've got a mic on you. Can we hear Philip? Because you dyed it for a long time. Why did you decide to stop dyeing?
I got bored.
You got bored of getting up and having to dye it every day?
It's expensive.
You've embraced it and you own it. That's the thing as well.
I had to come up.
You did, quite right too.
See you later.
Our very own silver fox. Jake Quickenden, I mean, Philip Schofield rocks a good head of grey hair.
If I look like that, I might even dye my hair grey tonight just to try and look a bit like Phil. But I know he was saying, like, it's vanity and stuff like that. But so some people go to the gym to stay fit, but then people post topless photos to make themselves feel good. And like you said about being vain, I'm all about being happy. I don't feel like somebody should be made to feel vain if they're looking after themselves and making themselves feel good. If you want to paint yourself blue and call yourself a Smurf, I'm all for it if it makes you happy.
Richard, we were just before our silver fox entered the studio, we were talking about the double standard with women, and you said that women who dye their greys are also vain. But there's a difference, isn't there? I mean, men who are grey, you know, it's considered distinguished and authoritative, but women just, you know, it's not considered the same way.
Yeah, but that's up to the individual. It doesn't matter. Like, as I say, I don't know why, right, but we keep saying vain like it's a negative. It's not a negative. So even when he just said, like, you know, if you paint yourself blue, That's your business, right? Vanity just means that you want to embrace the way you look and you want to enhance that. Because you got to remember, we dye our greys so we don't look our age,
Yes.
right? Right? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with embracing age, right? Do you know what I mean? So, but here's the thing: if you want to dye, that's fine, but don't be afraid to say it's a form of vanity because you're trying to look younger or look more appealing. Isn't that not a form of vanity, or am I going crazy?
Well, I just don't know whether I'm going to, go out there and go, I'm dyeing my hair because I'm vain. I just don't. I'm not sure that that's something that which sounds very. It's not a boast, is it?
It's like
Yeah, but that's because that's the way you're trying to take it. That's fine.
Sorry,
I can't hear you.
Go on, Jake.
It's like saying that you're only doing it to try and please someone else, but why can't people just do things for themselves to make themselves happy?
But it's not. You see, you keep changing my narrative. That's not what I said. I'm saying that it's a form of vanity because regardless of anything, as much as you want to, okay, even when you want to look at yourself in the mirror.
You did say to please someone, though. You did say to seem appealing to someone.
Can I finish?
Yes, Richard, go ahead.
Sorry.
Thank you. I said that also because you're really trying to drive a point, but you know what I'm saying. If you look in the mirror after doing press-ups or you do a workout and you feel like you look good, that's a form of vanity. It's not a negative term. What we're doing is we're trying to turn the word vain into a negative, and it's not negative.
And it shouldn't be. Okay.
Is it?
No.
Well, you know what? I think you both look great. And Jake, I don't know what you're saying about the way you look because I think you would look just as good as Philip Schofield with grey hair.
I'm trying it just for you now, then.
Do it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Richard, your beard still looks... is there anything... Because some of my friends have started touching up their beard here and there because your beard doesn't have the flex that the Barnet does.
There's grey in there as well. But as I say, I don't mind. I'm just very fortunate. I don't mind going grey. I'm 48. Yeah. I'm nearly 50. So for me, I think as long as you look after yourself as much as you can grow old gracefully.
Yeah.
But I still would put that under vanity, though, and I don't mind that.
Fair enough.
We put a poll on Twitter asking if it was vain for men to dye their hair grey. Here are the results.
44.7% say yes, it's vain, and 55.3% say no, it isn't.
But I think, along with Richard's point, why should vain be a bad term? Let's sort of try and take back vain.